Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are new to this channel, then definitely subscribe it and check out my Python playlist. We have completed almost 22 tutorials till now, and in previous video we have discussed about what is indentation in Python and how indentation works. So in this video we will learn about what is if-else statement in Python and how can we use them. So let's start the video right now. So now I am inside my Visual Studio Code and I will create a file. So for that I will click here new file and I'll give the name as tutorial 23 underscore if else dot py and then hit enter. Then you can see the file is created. Now I will write here if else statement in Python. Okay, so if else statements are also used to run some particular block of code while certain condition is true. Okay, so here if a condition is true, then I want to run some particular block of code, and if that condition is false, then I want to run some another particular block of code. At that time we need to use if else statement. Okay, so let me explain you by taking an example. If I take a variable here is equals to, suppose I will take here 20. Okay, so now I want to check if the age is above 18, then I will print a statement, and if the age is below 18, then I want to print a statement. Okay, so for that I will write a if statement here. So if the condition is, if the age is greater than equals to 18, then colon and then hit enter. I want to print something. I want to print you are eligible for vote. Okay, you are eligible for vote. Now if this condition is false, that means if the age is not greater than equals to 28, then I want to print you are not eligible for vote. Okay, so how I can do that? So for that I will write here else. Okay, else, then I will give here colon, then hit enter. Then I will write here print you are not eligible, you are not eligible for vote. Okay, you are not eligible for vote. So see, this is the syntax of if else statement. Okay, so if this condition is true, then it will enter into this if block and it will execute this print statement. Okay, so if this condition is false, then it will directly jump into the else part and it will execute this line of code. Okay, so now if I print here print uh, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you. Now if I run this file, then you can see the result. Okay, so you can see it is printing you are eligible for vote. Okay, then thank you. That means this here the age is 20 and we are checking age is greater than equals to 18, so that means this condition is true. If this condition is true, then it will execute whatever inside the if statement. Okay, so that's why it is printing you are eligible for vote, and then it will never enter into the else part. Okay, if this condition is true, then it will never enter into the else part. Okay, so then directly this print statement is written in the same hierarchy level of if else. Okay, that's why it is printing thank you. Okay, so now if I change this value of the variable, if I change this to suppose 8 or suppose 10, then if I run this file, then you can see the result. So you can see it is printing you are not eligible for vote. Okay, that means now this condition is false and it is directly enter into the else part, and now it is printing you are not eligible for vote. Okay, and then it is printing thank you. So in this way this if else statement works in Python, and this is the syntax. Okay, So let's take another example. So let me comment all this code, and we will write a program where we will ask user to enter a number, and we will check whether that number is even or odd. Okay, so according to that we will print the result. So for that I will create a variable here. So num is equals to, I'll write input function here, input, and inside input function I'll write enter a number. Okay, enter a number, and now I need to convert this value into integer. So for that I will wrap up this input function inside int function. Okay, so for that I will write here int, and close bracket. So if you don't know how to take integer input, then definitely check out my video, the link is in I button. Okay, so now I want to check if this number is divisible by 2 or not. That means if I divide this number with 2, then if I get the remainder as 0, then that number is divisible by 2. So for that I will write here num percentage 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so if this is true, then I will print this number is odd. Okay, the number is odd, sorry, the number is even. Okay, the number is even. Else then write colon and then hit enter. Then I want to print this number is odd. Okay, so that means if that number, whenever I divide that number with 2, if the remainder is 0, then that number is completely divisible by 2. So that's why that number is a even number. Okay, or in other scenario this number is a odd number. Okay, if that number is not divisible by 2, then that is a odd number. Okay, so in this way this if else statement works. Now if I run this file, let me clear the terminal, and now if I run this file, then you can see the result. Okay, so it is asking enter a number. If I enter here suppose 4 and then hit enter, then you can see it is printing the number is even. Okay, so now I will run it again, and I give the value as suppose 15, and then hit enter, then you can see it is printing this number is odd. Okay, so in this way this if else statement works in Python, and this is it for now. We will continue from this onwards in our next video. Thank you for watching this video.